See, that didn't take long, did it? So we're back on Facebook Live. Matthew Lester, Dave Knight, and I'm going to share this link on my wall. Hope all you guys can too. Three-two then. Greater break, 3-2. Yeah, that's no good this time. He's really not getting into them. And he's left the sitters, absolute sitters for Imran. Andy Yates just trying to delicately prize the outs fill. Rack. Racking template off the table. Well done, Andy. Andy Yates, obviously of world snooker fame. Not in Riga this week, so thankfully he's here. But the next biggest tournament in the world. Oh, that was close. He's got enough angle here, he should be able to just bump into the 8-ball, leave himself in the 5, and he did indeed have enough angle. He didn't want to push that 8 that far though. He may have tied up the 8-ball for top right, but it should still go on bottom right. May even go top left. I think it will go top left. Yep, it will. I reckon. Oh, it still goes top right. Who would have thought it? The camera is deceiving. Certainly from there it looks tight. Straightforward then for Imran. Going to be 3-all. Nothing to separate these two then. Imran, 3-all. Race to 11 the final here. also struggling with a dry break, and this time I'd expect Mark to have a good chance of a decent safety. Is he clipping it thin? He is. He's going for everything. Oh, what a shot. But no shape on the 2. And a scratch, so... Well, if that 2 passes the 3, he's got himself another road map on it. That's perfect. Mel Harley, legendary referee. Good to have you with us, Mel. And another legendary referee, the bearded ref, and a legendary photographer, JP. And the legendary Doncaster destroyer, Matty Lester. Good to have Edvin Karachkovic and Mario Vivas. Back to table 1. Mark to break. He was dry last time. See if he can do any better this time. Needs to catch him full on the nose, middle of the cue ball. That was much better, and that's why he's got the 4 in the middle and the 3. Like I say, those balls just below the 1 do track towards the middle pocket, but you've got to really crunch them sweet and pull them on the nose. And if you're slightly out, it just doesn't work. That was much better from Mark. So, where's the difficulty here? 7 to 8 maybe? I'm sure it won't pose too much of a problem for Mark, but it's the only slightly awkward shot I can see. And it is only slightly awkward. So it's all about this positional shot. Now I'm sure Mark would be quite happy to get the cue ball on the side rail, because then he can spin round off 3-4 rails for the black. Keep well away from the pockets. Wants to travel. That's not the best, but he'll be able to screw that straight back. If that cue ball had drifted to the side rail, and just swung it round 4 cushions. Needs to avoid the 9. Straight back, past the 9. That's it. Lovely. So Imran checks the rack on table 1.
Thank you, rack 9. Imran Majid to break. 4 axes.
4 racks apiece. And again, Imran's last break was dry. Mark sorted it out. Let's see if he can. Watch the 4 and the 5 towards the middle. Yep, he hit that really sweet, and the 4 was straight in again. But no shot on the 1. It'll be a push out. And where to push? Where to push?
Push out.
Push out called. I don't like that push. Surely that cue ball's going to go back straight back where it is now. I think Jim's going to regret that shot.
1.
So he's called the 1 as a bank, but his priority surely will be to. He's going all out for it. Great shot. I honestly thought Mark would just snooker Jim behind that 8. Mark's made his mind up. He's going for everything in this match. Well, after taking a chance on a tricky bank, it's been a simple clearance for Gray. And that'll be 5-4. He retakes the lead. 5-4 up.
Thank you, rack 10. Rack ready to break. Leading 5 racks to 4.
Yep, sweet again. He's managed to get the break sorted. It was much better. And this time, I'd be expecting a break and dish. This really is a roadmap. So of course after the 2 he's got a stop shot on the 3, which leaves him perfect on the 4. To take him over to the 5, and the 7's on that side of the table as well. Stop shot on the 8 leaves him on the 9. It's a roadmap. Welcome to Ibrahim Zeno. I'm only sorry I don't speak your language, so I can't reply to your comment. Good to have you here all the same. And Akadjis Kokoza. World Snooker's Andy Yates. Racking the balls. Drop them all in the holes. And then give them a gentle push. At the end, just push them up a little. Should squeeze together. And you get the perfect rack. And we'll always have a little look. Just double check. Everything's sweet. Yep, not much to do there. He's happy.
Imran Majid to break. Trailing 4 racks to 6.
2 down. Well, Imran clearly can't see enough of this 2 to pot it, or it would have gone by now. And it's a little bit of a double kiss shot if he tries to send the 2 up table and cue ball off the side cushion. Just got to avoid the double kiss if he plays that. He's not happy. Clearly not happy with this. Is he playing the combo? I think he is. He's playing the two. No, he's not. Very defensive safety. It's given advantage mark. I would expect Imran to be in all sorts of trouble in a minute. No, Mark's going for the pot again. He's just going for everything. Two railer. Yeah, that's a great shot. Excellent shot from Mark. Giving himself a chance of potting it if he went that way, but obviously it also gave him a good safety. Now if that 4 ball's not touching the rail, Imran may well be able to get Mark, get the cue ball in behind the 5 and the 9. If it's touching the rail, it makes it much harder because it's more of a double kiss. Yeah, good shot. Off and Dad, the daddy, in stream. Good to have you with us, pal. Steve Quinn asks, is Imran allowed to touch the rack if he is unhappy with the setup? He is allowed to touch the rack because there's a racking template, so there's nothing much he can do but just make sure the balls are touching. He wouldn't be allowed to move the racking template, obviously. So the referee has made sure that the rack is straight. It's okay if Imran just wants to touch a ball to make sure it's touching. I think also getting the balls very, very tight and touching is a real art. And I have to say that a lot of referees, not top players, that's why they're refereeing, and they're not as good at getting the balls touching as the players are. So it's no criticism of the refs really. It's just something you pick up after years and years of playing. Oh, absolutely perfect. 5-4, nothing to split these. Carlos Caceres. Hola. Hola, Carlos.
6 racks to 5.
As we also will be running a speed ball event later on this evening. There will be free throws session and cash prize at the end events. So very soon we'll be running the speed ball event later on this evening. Make sure you come to the toilet desk and keep playing your ball machine.
The next match on table 6 is Paul Taylor and Neil Malagosian.
That's not like Mark to miss something like that, but he's got away with it. Very unlike him. Just a short break in commentary while I had to visit the room. So, Mark 7-5 up. Right then, Imran to break. No. Oh, got the two right at the last minute. I'm not sure if that one will pot. It might be too thin. It might be too close to it. Hard to tell from here. Welcome to my pal Phil, who's watching. Glad you're enjoying the match, Phil. I might just try and flick off the one, put the one back behind the three, take the cue ball up table is one option. He's gone for creating maximum distance. Malcolm wants this one to slide past the 7 ball with the cue ball towards the top right. There you go. Just he's hit it too thin, really thin. So he's just got to drag the cue ball back a few inches for 3 ball. That's on top of your table, the red 3. It looks to be straight enough, so he should be able to just drag the cue ball back past that 10. Yeah, he's played that really well. Should be straightforward from here. No tricky positional shots. Except this one. He's just a little bit straight on that 3. So he's contemplating just dropping in behind it, the 4. Just roll it through gently. He's underhit it. He really wanted to be straighter on it than that. Needed another ball's roll so he can run through for the 5. Cue ball obviously going to be bouncing out into the middle of the table here. That's why I had a look to see if the 5 would pass the 8 into the bottom right corner. Well, I'm not sure that it does. Very determined, Imran. He won't rush it until he's absolutely happy. Well, there he's looking to deep screw it round off 3 rails. I mean, that is a tough shot. He's thought better of that. He might just take the cue ball across towards the 10 ball. Yeah, that way. That got him on it in the middle, you see, but made the pot tougher. So Mark just needs to drop this in, and it should be commanding 8-5 lead. Having said that, he might end up the wrong side of the 5. Yeah. So he's got to get from 5 to 6. If he's straight on the 5, it's simple. I don't think he can get straight on the 5. He's not even going to see the 5. That's very careless. Oh, Mark. Okay, called the 5 inside, so once across. Now that's made things the clearance even simpler because there's a combination onto the 10 for whoever gets the 5. So it's all about potting the 5 ball now. The 6 ball is the ball that's next to the cue ball. So we'll be seeing a 6-10 combination to win the rack. It's just a question of who pots the 5. It's a thin one, isn't it? I mean, also if the natural angle takes him around the other side of the 6, he won't mind that too much either. Tough shot. Got to make it, because he'll definitely be leaving the rack. No. And it's enough. And I'm sure Mark will just play he'll just put the cue ball behind the 5, call the 10. And that's rack over. I think even I could pot this. 8-5, good lead. Matt wants to say he didn't think combos count as a win anymore. Yeah, they do at GB9. As long as it's cold ball. Mark Foster against Shane here on table 2. Mark making a little comeback. He's back in the game really. 5-3. Chance to go 5-4 here. So that looks like it's shaping up nicely. Here's Mark. 8-5 up. Watch the 2 and the 3 ball track towards the side pocket. Probably the 3 ball in the left side. There you go. 3 ball left side. Now then, has he got a shot on the 1? He most certainly has. And this should be a run out. Paul Swallow joined. Welcome, pal. Good to have you watching. And Simon Widlow with us. When are we going to have you back on this tour with us? Really can't see any difficulties to call out here. Except if he plays a shot as poorly as that. I mean, he should have been much straighter on the 5. Obviously, it wouldn't have mattered if the 9 ball wasn't there, but I think he can just drop it forwards, just past the 9. Just forwards, just past the 9, like that. So that'll do him. Might screw off the top rail here. Now it's a little bit of a road map. Straightish on the 8. Gives him straight on the 9 and straight on the 10. Bish, bash, bosh. Just leaving that cue ball on the side rail, so he's guaranteed for the cue ball just to pop out an inch or 2 for an easy 10. And a break and run takes Mark Gray to an 8-5 lead. It's going to be Jim to break this time.
You're up 15. Imran Majid to break. Drawing 5 racks to none.
Let's get the correct scoreboard on for you, Mark. 9-5. 2 away then. A bit unlucky. Unlucky. And just removing the racking template. Job well done. You can tell the rack is nice and tight when the 10 ball is always staying in that position. Every time, it's not moved. It's always a good sign. Good rack. Yeah, he's done well there. Wall of balls for Mark. Just love to come off the thin edge of the side of the 1. Take the cue ball back. Up table towards the 5 ball. Would be really nice. Yeah, it was going that way, but he just caught it slightly thick. And it's not bad at all. In fact, it's a little bit awkward for him, man. Here. Paddy McLaughlin. It's my old mate, Paddy. Great to have you join us, Paddy. That's a clever shot from Imran. Really clever shot. He had a chance of, he could call the 10. And if it went in that top corner, frame over. And he had a safety at the same time. It's a very clever shot. Well done. Mark might be able to clip this in. Thin clip. No. No, didn't try it. And has he left it? I think he's got a bit of a roll. He's snookered him, man. He's had a roll there. Nice smile from Imran. He knows Mark's been lucky there. Jump stick. He's only got to jump over a tiny bit of the 5-ball, just over the edge. He's pretty handy with this jump stick, is Imran. Well, that's not too bad. It's not bad at all. So Mark's called the 10-ball in the corner. So I'm guessing he's playing the 1 onto the 3, which will track towards the 10, and he's screwing the cue ball off the side rail back behind the 6. That's a decent shot because when the 1 deflects off the right hand side of the 3, it's going to go towards the behind the 4 and the 7. So it's a good play here. Yeah, clever play from Mark. Yeah, well done. Good shot. Good shot, sir. So that gets him on the hill.
16. Margaretta break. Leading 10 racks to 5.
It's called the one in the corner. Well, Mark's got Imran in all sorts of trouble here, and Imran knows that this might be his last shot if he doesn't get out of it. He's called the one in that corner, just in case. This is tricky, isn't it? Wow. And D8's watching this very closely. No. That might be your last shot, Imran, although that 5-ball, well, the 5-ball will pass the 8-ball down the rail. The 2's a little tricky, but Mark's got ball in hand, so I'm sure he'll get the cue ball over to the right-hand cushion somehow. to slow. That's just run just a touch too far. If he can take the 2 in the side, makes position on the 4 relatively straightforward, just round off the 2 angles. But he needs to get reasonably straight on the 4, which he's made sure he's done. It's no accident that he's brought the cue ball well out into the middle of the table, because he, as you can see here, he needs to be straight on that 5 if he's going to run through, take the 6. So he probably wants the cue ball off the cushion by about a half an inch, which is exactly what he's done. He might be a quarter of an inch too short. The cue ball might be catching the 8 as it goes through here, not sure. If it is, he'll just force it past. Like that, and that's the danger. He thought the cue ball was going to catch the side of the 8 there, which is why he tried to force it past. So he needs the next 5 on the spin. He's done it before. I'm not saying I'm expecting it, but he's done it before. Look at that little huddle on the right hand side. He's feeling a little bit unlucky. What's he got in his mind here? Can he play a little carom off the side of the 3 to put the 7? I think he can. Or can he? Does that 7 sneak past the 10? Yes, I would think so. The only question is whether he can... Yeah, I think there's no problem here. I think the thing he's worrying about is whether he would catch the 7 too thin. He needs to catch it quite full, or he might push the 7 onto the knuckle. You can possibly see them. It's hard to see with the camera angle. Can't see much of the 7 there, but you can see there's some cushion between the 10 and the pocket, and he doesn't want us to push the 7 onto that cushion. If it was easy, he would have potted it by now. He'd have to hit the 3 really, really thin to be able to hit the 7 full enough. And the only other way he could do it would be to kind of follow through off the 3, but that won't work because the 3 will hit the 10, which will get in the way of the 7. So I don't think this shot is on. I don't think it's on. And he knows it isn't on. The 7 he would just push the 7 onto the point instead of in the pocket. So what's plan B? The cue ball, if the cue ball had travelled further, it'd have been okay. Called the 10 across table. Oh, this is some clever shot he's thinking up here. Is it?
Can we please have the referee to table 7? Referee to table 7.
How did that stay out? Surely this will be the end. And another victory for Mark Gray. One of many since GB9 began. Over 10 years ago now. This is season 11, would you believe it? Yeah, that's a beautiful shot, and he plays that so well with his snooker cue. That's why he sticks with it. He did try and play with a Predator pool cue for a while, but there's certain shots that he's so confident with that snooker cue. And he sticks with it. I say a snooker cue, it's actually purpose made for pool. It's obviously an ash cue that snooker players will be familiar with, but it's with a phenolic ferrule, and it's 10 mil. That's a great shot. Cheers, pal. From Imran. Well played, Mark Gray. Very well done.